Hey, Michael, another thing that we were concerned about is how close the bottom of the boat comes to the trailer. So, oh, so we're backing in. And here's another, we'll just demonstrate this. Taylor's going to move the bow stop forward.
About 3 inches.
Because what's going to happen is when we put it back up, we're going to bring the boat up to the bow stop, and then when we pull out, we're going to have this space, and then we're going to tilt the bow stop back to the boat, and the boat will be sitting pretty much in the exact same spot it is right now. So he's thinking that the damage actually happened, maybe on this tab up here, which I think perhaps had a roller on it at one time. So we're gonna well, let's see, let me go ahead and okay, so as you can see, your boat's coming down on the tongue of the trailer. Now what we're going to do is try to float it. And that's pretty much it. Your exhaust pipe's in the water there. So we probably need to put something, not probably, we definitely need to put something on that tongue to protect the bottom of the boat when it touches that tongue. Like a 2x6 with the carpeted 2x6, or perhaps we can lengthen the bunks back here under the boat. That would be another option.
I'd put a little V in it, I think, but the downside about the V is you can get caught on your stem bead, rip your stem bead off.
Yep. So
it's wobbling on the trailer.
Yep, it's on the trailer. Yep. And as you can see, we're pretty doggone deep.
Each time you drive on and drive off, it's just gonna.
Yeah, if you want to, but when you drive off, the concern is it's going to catch the stem bead. Of course, we're not taking it off today, so it's not a problem today. But it would be a problem for you in your. It would be a problem for you on your ramp. So we're going to need to address the trailer, and that's probably what did the damage that we had to repair up here.
This shaft log's leaking into the boot pretty bad. There's a stream of water coming out here.
Okay.
Right in the middle. There's dry here and dry here. It's coming out of the middle. So we probably need to reseat that and fix it.
Yep. So pull the shaft log up and seal the shaft log. You can actually, we actually had water coming out of the back of the shaft log as well. So we'll pull that shaft log up. We'll seal that. They used like a twine originally, and the twine would expand. The fibers would expand. So what we're here to check today is, are we going to have water flowing with this other pump? We have the thermostats out, so we should get water here pretty quick. The thermostats that were in there had very small holes, allowing a very tiny bit of water to go through the thermostats. The thermostats are let's see if I can't see my screen well enough. Hey, you gonna point at the thermostat for him? I can't see where to put my finger. Okay, so he's pointing with his temperature gun at the thermostat. Huh? 33. 133? Yeah, we got water now. Lots of water. Rusty water, but we got lots of water. Oh yeah. So the answer to the question about this water pump, that's solved. We don't have to switch to the rubber vane style water pump. That's a lot of water right there. That's a good flow. We'll check the temperature of the water here in a second. Make sure we like that. He's check. What's it saying?
131. 130. It was like 280, 300 the other day.
I know, when we had the thermostats in. Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy.
89. I want to change the gauge, so well, you can leave the gauge, but it's 100. It might get to 120. You know, if it gets higher than 120, then there's something.
What's the gauge say? What's the range on the gauge, I mean? Starts at 110?
Yeah, so the winter time, it's probably not going to read anything.
Right.
It's 86 right here.
We're real happy with those temperatures. What is it? I couldn't hear you. 85 or 90? Yeah, that's awesome. Huh?
It'll warm up when you get going.
Yeah, it'll warm up.
Back to neutral, it'll warm up for another 10, 15 degrees. Get back into it.
Yeah, we're pretty pleased with that.
Most ran without thermostats.
Huh?
I said most of these boats ran without thermostats for how many years?
Right. Our boat ran from 1960 to now, no thermostats. Yeah. No, he was cool with the no thermostats. Yeah. Plus, the only thermostats we could get were 170 degree, and they were supposed to have 140, but they're no longer available. The marine thermostats are no longer available. The 140 is what's going to run on its own. Yeah. All right. So we got work to do on the trailer. Of course, we have your gauge. I can't remember which gauge that is. What gauge did we send off? Oh, fuel gauge. Yeah. It was a 6-volt fuel gauge. Ha! So I guess that's why it wasn't working. So anyway, because this is a 12-volt system. So we're having that gauge converted to a 6-volt or 12-volt, and we've asked her not to do any cosmetic work on the gauge so that it won't stick out. You know, look, whew, I'm not quit yelling now. So not asking her not to do any cosmetic work on the gauge so that, how you like the way that starts? Do that again. I just love that. Modern cars don't even start that fast. Fuel injection doesn't even start that fast. So anyway, we're having her. What we're having her do with the gauge is not do any cosmetic work on it, so that it matches the patina that's on the existing gauges. They're not bad. I mean, they're fully functional. The letters aren't falling off the inside of the glass. All that stuff's good. So there's no reason to leapfrog the condition on these and then feel like you got to go back and rebuild these others at $500 a pop by the time we take them out and get them restored and put them back in. Hey, check in there, and he was convinced that that his plug was in there. Huh? You found it? Well, we were going to grab a new one off the shelf. Huh? Well, it was in there. Okay, good deal. Well, that solves that mystery.
I didn't know everybody thought it was missing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was looking each bin and thought.
Well, and probably Kevin probably didn't look up here. He was in back here. Yeah. All right. Well, that makes sense now. That all makes sense. So, and we got two bilge pumps in the same position back here. There's not even enough water. That's what we need to put a bilge pump in that has an internal switch, because that switch hadn't turned the bilge pump on yet.
Well, it needs to be up here.
And we need to have one up here.
Where it's deeper V, it's going to be deeper faster.
Right.
Back, it's going to take way more water.
When the boat sits level in the water, which it's not doing right now, because the keel is sitting on the front of the on the tongue of the trailer. So if the boat was sitting level in the water, that would be the low area, and so that's where we want to put another bilge pump. Having one back here, it's not eating anything. It's still a good idea, because what happens is when you get on plane, the water does go to the back. We also have what we consider a self-sinker back here. Got a hot side?
Oh, yeah.
We need to figure that out. That's weird. Huh? Thank you. It was built by Chris Craft workers when Chris Craft was on strike.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's called a Mariner. It was built in Ogden, Michigan.
What model year is that?
I can't remember if it's 55 or 57. It's one of those two. I can't remember for sure. I'm doing a video for the owner. The owner will correct me. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. We do restorations here in town. Yeah. Really? So it's cooled right back off.
Yeah, we don't like it my ski boat. My exhaust I can leave one side or the other.
So no fat people on that side. I can't sit on that side.
You got one fat person, two skinny people. Counteract, you got two skinny people on the opposite side of the back.
That's a skinny person drive, and yeah. Anyway, yeah. So that's cool, and that's a situation that maybe the rubber vane pump will solve. I did have the price wrong on that. I'm still buying it. I'm going to put it in my stock if you don't want it. I told him send it, and he says it's $1,030 with shipping, and it's like, I thought it was $400. He says, well, I don't know where you got that idea. So anyway, so if you don't want it, I understand. I think you're in good shape here. If you do want it, I'll have it on the shelf for a while. I don't have anybody else that wants it. So, what's that? Quit poking. Okay. Quit poking. So all along that seam, huh? Don't. Right. Now it's coming. Now your bilge pump ought to come on. Is your bilge pump coming on? Huh. Yeah, it's coming on now. Woo! Yeah, buddy. So this is the reason why you need to have an integral bilge pump with switch. because the switch comes on at 7/8 of an inch, and you can see we got about 3 inches in there. So the other thing that can happen is the bilge pump can perhaps not pump the water down far enough for the switch to shut off, and then it just wears your battery down. So that's the one that's pumping. But it's oh, okay.
I don't know how it's running.
Well, put it in there too. Put it in there too. Yeah, it's not the one that was pumping. You're right.
It doesn't lock in. The base is broken.
Doesn't lock in. Okay.
That's why they're playing off to the side.
Yeah. Not even going to go in, is it? Oh, there he goes. Both of them going? Huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
One side locks in, but you saw it bounced out.
Right. So if this boat was built by Chris Craft employees, it's probably built the same as the Chris Crafts, which would be an inner layer of plywood in this period of time. Would be an inner layer of plywood, and then a layer of canvas. That was your waterproof layer. And these are diagonal planks. Diagonal planks up here anyway. Maybe plywood down back here, but you got diagonal planks. You can see the plank lines running at a diagonal. But then that would have, and there's a diagonal plank back there too, right? You can see that. So that would have diagonal planking, a layer of canvas. That was your waterproof layer. And then the outer longitudinal planks, all they did was protect the canvas from all the stuff that's not supposed to be in the lake. So anyhow, that's it for today. We had a good test.
What time you got?